Well, hello there, my lovelies. How are we? Hope you're all well. I am cold for a start. All right, it is the 4th of June, and it's bloody cold. It's like winter. Right now, I'm sitting looking out the window in my wee office, and it's sunny. But I dropped my car off this morning at the garage, and I thought, oh yeah, me and Jasper will just walk up the road. It's 3 miles, right? It's fine. Yeah, it was the worst weather ever. I did miss the hailstones that we had at like 7:45 this morning, but yeah, it's cold and it's wintry. Yeah, I'm not really digging it. Remember that fortnight or 3 weeks that we had like in April and May, and it was like roasting. Yeah, it was fabby. Anyway, got cold hands. Today, I am going to speak about the power of mindset, right? And before you think I've went all woo woo and all that malarkey, right? I used to think probably the exact same thing that you used to think, right? Which is, if you want to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. That is true, by the way. That is the only thing that will get you into a calorie deficit, right? No, sorry. Being in a calorie deficit is the only thing that will get you fat loss. Like 100% the only thing. That is a true story, all right? You will never change that. It's actually science. You have to eat less energy, which is less calories, than your body burns. All right, so just say your body burns 2,000 calories per day, right? So calories is just energy, it's just an energy unit, a unit of energy. All right, so just say you eat 2,000 calories a day and your body burns 2,000 calories a day doing its stuff, like walking about, exercise, activity, sleeping, brain power, pumping your blood around your body, processing all the food that you've eaten, etc., etc., right? If your body takes 2,000 calories to do that and you eat 2,000 calories, then you will maintain your weight, right? If your body takes 2,000 calories, it uses 2,000 calories throughout the day and you eat 2,500 calories, then you're going to gain body fat. So your scale weight and your body weight is going to increase. If your body takes 2,000 calories to do all its work and use all the 2,000 worth of calories for all the stuff that it needs to do, and you eat 1,800 calories, then you're going to drop body fat, right? It is literally that simple, right? However, I've said this to you before, right? If anybody tells you if you want to lose fat loss, all you need to do is eat less and move more, right? Punch them in the fucking throat twice with a chair, right? Because it's not cool and it's not helpful. But I have just put up episode 19 podcast. This is episode 20, right? I've just put up episode 19 on Spotify and popped it out on my socials and stuff, right? And it's got one of my lovely clients, Fiona DL, one of my lovely clients and friends. We've actually known each other in a previous life, we've known each other, yeah, I can't remember. I want to say something ridiculous like 15, 20 years. And we haven't been like great friends for that time. Like Fiona, we met because I was the friend of a girl and Fiona was the friend of the girl's sister. And that's how we met, kind of thing. Anyway, that was a long time ago. However, we have both changed our lives. I would like to say that when I first met Fiona, Fiona has seen me at my worst because I was an absolute fucking riot. I was separated from my husband. I can't remember if I was divorced or not, right? But I was not in a good place. I was in a deep, dark depression. I was drinking too much. My confidence was all shot to fuck. And the first time, or one of the first times I ever met Fiona, she was with her husband, Mark, who's also lovely. And we were in Fiona's friend's house, so my friend's sister's house. And we'd been somewhere, I can't remember where. We'd had drink, we'd had alcohol. I think we'd actually been at a charity night. I think that was actually when me and my friend won a bid for me and my friend to be firemen for a day, which was in Perth Fire Station. That was hilarious, by the way. That was one of the best days ever. It was so scary, but also so good. We got to put on all the fireman gear and the breathing apparatus and go into a burning house and all that malarkey, and then we had to go up the big tall laddery thing, and then we got to go in the back of the fire engine with the blues and twos on around Perth. It was brilliant. It was also very scary, but it was really good. Anyway, I think it was maybe that. So we met. We obviously there was a whole load of us went, And then when we got back to her friend's house, we'd all had some, like, a bit much to drink. And I did do you know how sometimes when you're not in a very good place and you have some alcohol, it just sends you into a deep, dark spiral and depression? So that's where I was. Anyway, I remember crying in the kitchen. And I remember saying to Fiona and Mark, how do you ever meet somebody that actually loves you? Honestly, it was a horrible, horrible time. Anyway, that was years ago. I'm over that now. Sorry, I didn't mean to depress you there. I'd just like to give you a bit of an insight, into my life and how I meet people and stuff like that. Anyway, Fiona and Mark are cool. I think they've been, she does say this on her thing, maybe Bobber. Anyway, they've been married for years and they've been together for even more years. It's amazing. Like 30 odd years, I'm thinking. I'm actually sitting here trying to calculate. I think it's maybe longer than that. Anyway, they're bloody awesome. Fiona's bloody awesome. Anyway, I've just put the podcast up, right? But so it's all about calorie deficits. And right, Fiona has lost 39.1 kilograms of body fat, right? Which I'm sure you'll agree is absolutely fucking outstanding. Like, it's absolutely amazing. This is what I do as a job, right? But as a coach, even I am in awe. I must admit, I am absolutely in awe. I'm trying to convert that into pounds and stones for you at the moment. 39.1, so 6.15 stone, which is bloody amazing, and 86 pounds. 86 pounds, that is like, fuck me. Anyway, right, she's brilliant, right? But obviously she couldn't do that if she was in a calorie deficit, right? But put yourself into a calorie deficit and don't work on your mindset. And if you refuse to make changes, and if you refuse to believe that you can do it, you are also never going to get fat loss. So scientifically, it is about calories in v calories out, right? You have to eat less calories than your body burns, is the simple term, all right? But if you are not willing to practice changes, and if you're not willing to make change, and if you're not willing to try new things, you will never get fat loss. Never, never, ever, 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 ever. So they do go hand in hand with each other, right? And there's loads of things that you can work on. And I'm not saying get them perfect straight away, because you absolutely will not, right? We would introduce one habit at a time type thing. You will never get fat loss. So if you want fat loss, you have to get yourself into a calorie deficit, right? But alongside that, you have to work on your mindset. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to be positive. You have to be willing to make changes, right? I was going to say, do you have any idea? You probably don't have any idea, right? But over the course of my career of helping people with fat loss, right, I have had quite a few people that will sign up with me and will pay me the money and then not listen to one fucking word I say. Like, I kid you not, right? I'm being deadly serious here, right? They will actually sign up, pay me the money, and do fuck all that I ask them. Do you think any of these clients have had their fat loss goals? No, they have not. They absolutely have not, right? It's quite difficult. It is quite difficult to make changes. And sometimes, if you want fat loss, you will sign up with a coach, you will pay them the money, and then you just decide that it's too difficult, so you don't do it. Obviously, I've refunded these people, by the way. I'm not in the habit of ripping people off, all right? But sometimes it's just not the right time, and I get that, and it is hard, and I've been there myself, you know that, all right? But signing up with a coach and paying money is not job done. It absolutely is not job done, right? And also, another thing I hear quite often is, like, I'll give you an example, right? So somebody will sign up with me and they'll pay me the money, right? And we'll go for the first month, right? So for the first month, none of my clients are in a deficit. None of them, right? We go straight to maintenance calories. And the reason for that is that most women, some men, but most women will have been on a diet for most of their life. So when they come to me, they have literally been trying to live on 1200, 1300, 1400 calories, right? Which is not enough, to be fair, right? And their body and their brain will think that that's all the calories that they're going to get, so they won't get fat loss. So we bang them straight up to maintenance, right? So For example, you could be looking at 2,400 calories. Now, at some point, these clients, this is most clients I'm speaking about now, not just the people that sign up with me and don't do anything I say. This is the majority of my clients, all right, will say to me at some point in that first week, oh my God, I am struggling to eat these amount of calories. There is so much food. I can't do it. Do you think they manage it by week 4? Of course they do. Why? Because they're willing to change. So what we do is we put you at maintenance calories, get your body and brain thinking that this is the amount of calories that you're going to live on for the rest of your life, which it is when you get to goal, all right, for the rest of your life. So they get 4 weeks of decent food, right? So they've instantly got more energy because we're giving them calories, all right? They're looking out for the kind of food that they're eating, so they're making healthy choices most of the time, all right? So they're absolutely feeling better. Their confidence is eventually through the roof because they've made the decision to look after themselves. They've listened to what I'm saying and they're trying new things, right? So that's like instant confidence, all right? And then after the 4 weeks, when you've had 4 weeks of good, like loads of calories and loads of food, the scale weight doesn't jump, by the way, it's the same, all right, because it's maintenance calories, right? We'll then put them into a deficit. So they've spent 4 weeks listening to me, trying everything that I've asked them to try. And some things aren't for everybody, like journaling. I love a journal. Some people don't like journaling. That's cool. All I ask is that you try it, all right? But the willingness to make changes must be there. And this is pretty much how Fiona DL has managed to drop 39.1 kilograms of body fat. She's still got some to go, which is cool, all right? She goes on holiday in a couple of weeks. Listen to episode 19, by the way. It's amazing. But she has been willing to make changes. She has joined a gym. She has started making healthy choices with her food. She sticks to her calorie deficit. She hits her fibre goal. She hits her protein goal. She sorted out her, to be fair, she had a pre-bed routine, but we've added in a pre-sleep routine, like with an evening shower and stuff like that. She's sorted all that out. She's joined the gym, did I say that? So she's doing the gym, she's going for daily walks, etc., etc. She's reading, she's taking time for herself. She's let things go, like she's let some things go that were taking up too much of her time. Well, she's let things go that didn't allow her to have the time to herself, to put herself first, basically. So that's all the changes that she's made, all right? Anyway, this is a very short podcast, and it is all about the 7-day mini midlife reset. So my coaching is called the Midlife Reset. All right, I am giving away 7 days of free coaching, 7 days of my time, 7 days of my knowledge, 7 days of me and you, right? It's going to be done via Facebook. I think I've got space for about 20 people to start with. I've been promoting it since Monday. We've got a few sign-ups already, all right? We start on the 16th of February. No, we don't. That's hilarious. We start on the 16th of June, 2025, all right? And it's for 7 days. We are going to work on 7 habits, one of them which will be mindset, but all the other habits will also have a bit of mindset in them, right? So, like for example, one of the habits we'll be working on is improving your sleep. But to improve your sleep, you need to change your mindset because you need to understand the value in it. So we're going to be working over 7 days, starting on the 16th of June. We are going to be working on 7 habits, 1 habit per day. There's going to be Facebook Lives by me, not you, by the way. Don't have a panic attack that I'm going to make you go on Facebook Live, because I'm not. There's going to be me chatting. I am literally going to give away every single bit of knowledge I have about midlife health, managing your perimenopause symptoms, about fat loss, about taking control, about increasing your confidence, and everything else that I can do to help you, to give you the bump start that you need, all right? I am absolutely not expecting you to overhaul your life in 7 days. That's ridiculous. But I am promising you that by the end of the 7 days, you will have the confidence to realise that you can overhaul your life. Yeah? I'm on the socials, my lovely. All right. Find me on Facebook, Coach Caris. Find me on Instagram, Coach Caris. Drop me a message. I will send you the sign up link. All right. It is completely free. There is no There is no catch. There is no hard sell. I'm not going to make you sign up for my coaching. I am giving 7 days of coaching away free because I just wish that somebody had done it for me. And I might have saved myself a couple of years when I was in the deep, dark fucking depression and black hole that was the beginning of the perimenopause. All right? Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to reach out and ask for help. We just keep trying and trying and trying to do it ourselves. When sometimes all you need is an actual wingman to look after you and to help you. And that's what I'm doing. All right? Find me on the socials. 7-day mini midlife reset starts on the 16th of June in a Facebook group. I'm giving it away for free. Ta-ta.